We're out for a walk like we said we would be. And it is, what the heck time is it? Oh, it's not even 7. Shoot, I'm early. Yeah, so anyway, I guess we'll be on between 7 and 8, like I said. Oh. So, if you hear me coughing, please take no disrespect or offense. I do blaze a decent amount of the forbidden fruit. So, and I will more than likely unless we get to conversation and I don't have any time. So, not many people up today. It is Sunday. I think it's Sunday. That's how I messed up. Shoot. Morning shit. Oh. What the heck are you whining about? Knock it off. Sorry, that's not what I was saying. That's what he was saying. Literally, I'm not crazy. He actually breaks up fights. So, free numerology, free reading, free medicine. I'm supposed to be a healer. I can't heal if I can't talk to you, and technically I don't do the healing. I'll show you how to do the healing for yourself. That is what a healer does. If I was to come around and heal you like Jesus, you wouldn't really learn. And that's what we're here to do. Learn. And it's actually like chilly. I want to say it's like 40-something degrees. Is it? I think we can check. Reconnecting. Hi, guys. So it's 40 degrees. And the sun coming up. See? Can't show you the sun, unfortunately, because it's the neighbor's land. And I don't want to give their land away. That's not okay. This is privacy out here, you know? It's all open. Anybody coming on? 7 o'clock, man. On the East Coast, it'd be 9 o'clock. In California, it'd be 6 o'clock, I believe. Get out. Now. Machu. Sam, get out. Get out. Happy sunrise, guys. Back on. Sun's up. Are you guys up? Come on. My nose is running. And I'm walking too fast. Let's go. Why are you starting trouble? You're soaked. had a friend, I still hopefully have a friend, back growing up, he was like 14 and smoked. We started hanging out as we got older, and then we used to blaze it. And I'm like, dude, after we blaze it, he smoked. And then he would cough, and he would say the blazing helps him cough the nasty shit up. And I fucking get it. Holy cow. There is so much crap in our lungs that it's not just the cannabis I'm coughing up. I mean, it could be, but no, there is. I mean, you have allergies and asthmatic, or I don't know how to say the word. You have asthma shit. Oh, happy sunrise, guys. See? So that is obviously east. And then the mountains, I don't know if you can see the mountains. Not really. I wonder if we could do this. Let's do this. That'll help. All right. Whew. Gonna warm up my hand. Oh. So those are, when I first got here, I called them the East Mountains because they're to the east. Those are the Sandia Mountains. That's an ant hole in the street. Oh. Now, I usually bring my umbrella because I have a health issue that, well, technically it's a long story that I told the other day, but really quick, I got my gallbladder removed in my more unconscious years, my younger years, and I did not know, nor was I schooled on how vital this organ is. If it's an organ, I don't know what the hell the gallbladder is, but it stores your bile, and now I don't have concentrated bile like the gallbladder does, so I cannot absorb the nutrients, vitamins, and minerals, even if there was any left in our food. After the soil doesn't grow it very well because there's none of that stuff in the soil. And then, so what's left over that the soil is able to give to the plant or even the animal, yeah, I don't even get part of that. So a lot of vitamins, minerals might be a little low or something. I don't know. I've been to the hospital numerous times. And they say I'm pretty healthy. And it baffles me every time. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. On the most part, I am healthier than most people. But the symptoms I go through to appear that healthy, I go through hell every day. I have healed myself for years. I believe we're a sick society. I believe no one you know will, yeah, I don't want to get too deep into that. But name a person. If you know anyone in the comments, can you please shout out the person's name, please. If you don't want to, if you think it's a disrespect, you don't have to, obviously. I'm not going to make you do it. That's stupid. But I want to know how many people. You can put the number. Don't even put their name. If you put the number of how many people you know that died peacefully in their sleep, like I believe we're supposed to do. Or technically, really, if you research where religion and everything comes from, spirituality, existence, technically, if we were aligned with this body, we wouldn't die in our sleep. We would consciously just leave this body. But we have to be conscious to consciously do anything, let alone do something we've never heard of, like leave a fucking body. So there's that. Whew. Watching me walk, huh? Too bad I can't go in slow motion and look all badass. That looks stupid, doesn't it? That doesn't look badass. Wow, 4, you're wet. Man, look at that. Aren't you cold? I don't know. So you got these mountains to the north, and then you got mountains to the east, and then there's some kind of hill to the south, which you can't see behind that hill, and then there's even mountains to the west. So almost surrounded by mountains. Happy sunrise, guys. I don't like saying good morning because, well, one, anytime you say good anything, it feels like a good boy. You know, you're like trying. I don't know. I say happy sunrise. What does it say? Happy. You know. So I don't know. But the morning part scares me. I don't think we should mourn much. Granted, okay, I'll give you that. Yeah, there's a lot of dramatic and traumatic shit going on, to which we end up mourning because the shit just shouldn't happen. But if we understood the process of life, okay, so you see that purty flower? That, I believe, is called snakeweed. I don't know what that little flower is. And there's some salt bush, some cholla cactus. You see this? Okay. You see the cholla cactus dying? See how that's alive? It's green. That's how your food should be. That's how your food should be without the preservatives. And, oh shit. And that is going to become soil. Now, I don't remember the original point of this, but the body you're going to put in a casket eventually should become soil. But we've taken it away. It took 12% earth to make you. Your body needs food from the earth to continue. When your mother and father were making you, your father, ate some stuff, drank some stuff, produced a sperm, shot it into mom, and boom, a gift was given. Mom was eating stuff to grow you. All the earth taken to build and grow the seed and water this little person. It took investment, it took resource. And you're going to put it in a box underground and not let it go back to the planet. And I mean, it's once your body, I mean, the bugs should be able to get at you. I don't know. When you burn the body, it does go back. I mean, it's going to go back in the box. It's just the process. It seems like they want you in a box your whole life. You got to buy a house, right? I mean, can't live in a tent in a neighborhood. You're not allowed to. It's very frowned upon. You gotta buy a box to live in, and then you live in this box. And then you die and they put you in another box. Whew. Now, uh, I say think outside the box, and that could be outside the human body. Because if you look at the body, it's also like a cross. If you extend your arms out, it is the cross to bear or the box to think out of. Now, if you unfold a box a certain way, it can become cross like. I think those two things are very entangled and we don't see it enough. The human body is the vessel. We really don't study it enough. We just take their word for it, and that kind of unconscious, you can't say responsibility, unconscious demonstration is destructful. Oh, it's getting hot. I got 2 sweatshirts on because it's like those 48 friggin' degrees. Dude, has anybody noticed? Sorry, guys. Along with my gallbladder that I was telling you about, I don't even know if I finished that. If I don't finish something ever, just say it in the comments. I know nobody's on right now, but if you ever watch this and then do tune in, I'll say it again. Oh. 7:09. At least we're on time. It, yeah, I am no cameraman. Oh. Some kind of truck is driving down the road. Oh, if anybody appreciates the scenery, please say so. I love the scenery. Don't get me wrong, I would love to live in the forest, man, and I'm trying. But I do appreciate the desert. It is gorgeous. Man, there is so much wisdom here. One of my favorite books is The Alchemist. And there's a part in The Alchemist where he says, I've learned from this, I've learned from that. Or he I don't remember. I learned because he was a sheep herder. He says, I learned from herding the sheep. I've learned from selling crystal. I can learn from the desert. It seems wise, paraphrasing horribly, of course. But I could what I learned from the desert, but it would take more than hours. Oh. People just leave. Look at this. Look at this. It's a fucking road. People, I know it doesn't seem like people drive on this, but people do. Unfortunately, they do. I say that it's my friggin' road, and my dogs will get hit. So maybe this is like slowing people down, but this is not right. Look at all that. That's horrible. You got this thing breaking down into the soil. It's not good for the soil, man. That's not going to build soil. It's going to build contamination. Look at this. There's some kind of oil or something here that's always dark. If Albuquerque and I'm going to say this clearly, hopefully. If Albuquerque and Rio Rancho knew how toxic this place was, nobody would be here. I don't I don't believe it's safe to be here anymore. I've done enough research, and I'm going to tell people um, I'm getting out of here. You could do what you want. Uh, I've noticed that there is this list of spills or decent damage that are just not reported. Uh, one of the most dangerous things I've ever heard of in Rio Rancho or New Mexico's history. I mean, there's tons of irresponsible actions, not of the society, that's bad enough, but then you have of the, what do you call them? The guards of society. And that's another thing, That is, oh goodness. We do not see it. We really don't see it. Oh man. Oh, I don't want to say it without people seeing it because how many of you really watched this deep into my videos? And I'm going to say it again and again until people hear me. I'm going to say it right now. Fuck it. The walls you use to keep those out will be used to keep you in. I'm going to say it again. I know you're not stupid, but I got to say it so I know I'm clear. The walls to keep others out can and will be used against you to keep you in. If it is a crime to enter this country illegally, right? It has to be a crime to exit it. You're not free to leave without the proper documents. Now, that's a prison. I don't know how we don't see this. Hmm. To me, that's a prison. If I could not walk from my house to my neighbor's house without paying, without showing some ID, without, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right. Now they want you to have paperwork to leave the country, uh, and they want to know who's leaving the country. You got to pay for the paperwork and to leave. It sounds like we're getting a conjugal visit or something. We're getting, what do they call it? A furlough. You're getting a furlough. You get to leave the country for a little while. If it is illegal to enter the country undocumented, this means you cannot leave undocumented. That does not sound free to me. If we're the land of the free, how come you're not allowed in without the proper paperwork? That doesn't sound free. It sounds more free than what they're telling us others do. But see, I don't even want to get into it. Nobody's listening anyway. So we're going to walk. We're supposed to be revealing numbers, which they're everywhere. Every number that you run into, see, think about, dream about, hear, every letter represents a number. Every number is represented by a frequency or a vibration or a currency. We have labeled these numbers uh, pretty appropriately. The one stands alone, the two is about reflection, the three is creativity, the four is foundation, the five is freedom, the six is the guardian, seven is the truth seeker, eight is the alchemist, nine is the humanitarian, And if you have any of these numbers in your birthday, depending on where they are, this is the energy you're here to learn. If you have it in your month, this is the process of your brain's cycles. So if you have January or October, those two are just number ones. If you have an 11 like November or any of the teens or 21 or even 31, you have masculine energy, you have leadership tendencies, you have individuality aspects of you, and you could be a dick. Not just a dick, it's just because you're so sharp, you don't feel how much you cut everybody. Like Charlie Kirk. He was brilliant. He was a life path one. I think he was born in October. And the man was just like a razor. He was going around unconsciously cutting folks with his intelligence, and someone put a stop to it. This is This is why I don't believe Jesus got killed, because one, if he did have the backing of God, why would they? I don't believe a God would sacrifice. The story just doesn't make sense. Please, goodness. Let's get to that. Let's get to the story. I listened to something this morning that totally made sense, and I can't believe I didn't friggin' see it. So in the story of creation, you have Yahweh, the creator, claiming to be the creator. And he says that he created the heavens and the earth. Now, I don't know. Before the sun came up, see that sun? We were up before that sun came up, and it was quite cold. I mean, like freezing. Uh, I picked a melon yesterday, and because it was so cold, it split last night. Um, there was water condensation dripping. It was cold. I mean, not freezing, but cold. Because that sun got farther away. Because right now we're entering fall, and the sun in this region is going south. It's going farther away from the earth, they say. And that is going to make it colder. I forgot what the hell we're talking about. Oh, yeah. So if God created the earth before the sun, that's a big issue. Um, you can't have plants, animals, all that on the earth until the sun warms it up. So it would be wise to create the light before the earth, because the earth, the light is responsible for most of the life on earth. So, I mean, unless you put a rock in the sky and called it Earth, it's not really Earth yet. And if you've done the history of Earth, there's way more to it. There's so much missing out of the Bible. We've had so many collisions. We've had so many civilizations that have been catastrophically demolished, destroyed, uh, you know, um, disrupted, if you will, from history. We don't hear about them because they're buried. Quite literally, Gobekli Tepe was intentionally buried. Look it up. This thing is like 12, 13,000 years old. There are literal cities underwater, cities underground, literally on 20 miles underground, cities. And we're taught Yahweh created everything, the heavens, the earth, 6 to 10,000 years ago. Well, how were these people digging underground 5,000 years ago? And I mean like 20 miles underground, whole systems of civilization, man. And then underwater. When's the last time everything was underwater? 10,000, 12,000 years ago? The last of the ice age ended about 12,000 years ago. If these cities were made before that, they were in the ice age, man. You know how complicated it is to build? Well, one, it wasn't underwater at that time, but you have a lot of challenge. Fuck. Oh, here it comes. So you have a lot of challenge building. Come on, let's go. I'm at you. Let's go. Now. Let's go. I gotta let the other person know. Hey, Shepherd, now. Four. See how you gotta use the like adult voice? Stupid. I can't just talk to them because they don't understand words. Like if I was to say that's dangerous, they wouldn't understand. But if I use that tone, they're oh shit. All right, I got you. Most people think you're being mean to the yo. Let's go now. Now. So, oh boy, I forgot what we were talking about. If anybody was watching, they could let me know in the comments. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, it's getting warm, and I gotta take off sweatshirts. Oh yeah, so God said He made the sun after the earth, which doesn't make much sense to do. I would have that little spot of the cosmos heating up just right, you know? You don't want a cold, hot pocket. So, I wonder if that's that lady with the dog. I don't know who it is, but somebody's coming. And these fucking idiots. This one will bite her, or they'll try to attack the dog, and they're morons. I know his stupid ass is going to be put to sleep and I'm going to get fined, but I cannot and will not put these dogs on a fucking leash. I moved out here so they don't have to be on a leash. They're supposed to be free. If I was not in charge of them and they were in charge of me, I wouldn't want to be on a leash. And who's to say in some crazy, not crazy dimension, just another one we don't see that we're helping create, who says that's not the way it is? Because all we know is this little third dimension and the second that we're being sucked into. And technically, I'll be honest all the time, but I'll be frank right now. Hi, I'm Jason, not Frank. We're not just being sucked into, we're being hypnotized and trained to be stuck into the second dimension. So there's that. Let's see what time. I miss music, man. Nobody's on here talking. Half hour. So if you've watched this far, can you please tell me, because I'm going to be doing this every day while the sun comes up. I take these walks and I'm offering my opinion. Call it advice, call it torture, as long as you call me, whatever you want. Jason, hopefully. But the idea behind these walks is I'm giving my advice because everybody has their expertise. And mine has been us as a species for years. I've been studying us for the majority of at least 7 years, hardcore. But it's been most of my life telling you everything. I've looked at society and I believe I see what's wrong. And we need to fix it. And if we could just fix us, it would not be a problem anymore. People wouldn't need medications like they're pumping into us. People wouldn't need to look outside for God because they would know everything is God, and that includes you. Um, this life is amazing. We just need to see it. We don't see it because we generally we know what we're building, so it's not great what we're building. If you're an engineer, if you're a doctor, a lawyer, even a priest, you're gonna lose that job to AI. Doesn't that matter to you? I mean, it's got to be eating at your soul that you're a slave just to survive, that your own God labels you a servant. And if you're a servant not getting paid, what are you getting paid in heaven? You're promised a heaven? It's not enough for me, man. It's like my dad used to say, um, I'm going to say I won't shit in your mouth, but there's another saying, so go use that imagination. The check is in the mail, and I'll love you in the morning. Those are promises we're given and give, and they don't always amount to much. So, like the whole free will thing, you have the idea of free will, right? Okay. I wouldn't say it's free will, okay? Because, like, if it was free, it wouldn't cost you. Now, your soul is on the line. That's everything. That's not free. You're not free to do what you want. Okay, so if I told my child, one of my children, if I said to one of my dogs, yeah, go, do what you want, and they go around biting people and I put them to sleep, that's deceitful. Whew. And that's just to sleep. We're not talking about hell. I'm not sending them to hell. I just killed the little fucker. You know what I mean? We didn't we didn't send the dog to hell because it bit people because it had free will and went around biting people because it believed what I said. I'm not saying go and kill, go rape, go pillage, plunder, torture. I'm not saying steal. What I am saying is your will is not your own, let alone free. Oh, goodness. Your will. How is it your will when you've been trained since the womb to be who they want you to be? Everywhere you go, you're told you're this, you're that, you're not this, you're not that. The fuck do they know about you? Oh, yeah, they made you. It took a lot of investment, a lot of advertising to make you you. Believe me, I've studied it. It's disgusting. There's millions and millions, billions of dollars of research just going into how you work to deceive you. So you buy a fucking cheeseburger at one of those places, a cheeseburger, fucking cheeseburger. It's amazing the stuff we eat and then wonder why we're sick. I was so stupid. Goodness, I was stupid. It's amazing. I mean, I'm still stupid. Don't get me wrong. We're we're growing and growing. Even after we die, we're growing. That's what we don't understand. We think it's like over when we die, and there's so many like near-death experiences. They're calling, oh, they're calling NDE near-death experiences. But you didn't die. There's a lot of people that claim to have died and come back. No, you didn't. What you did was touch a part of yourself. Um, what is death? What is your sleep? What do you do when you're supposedly trying or attempting to rest? Well, your body's supposed to heal in your sleep, but where does your mind go? And how does your body heal if your mind is using the energy from healing to wander, to wonder, to explore the cosmos that we have created through unconscious activity? But what you're doing is unconsciously searching the conscious. Imagine if you were conscious, searching the conscious. It would be less like a child searching the internet and more of a responsible, intelligent, and adult. It'd be great. But that's just sleep. So if in your sleep you are unconsciously touching consciousness, now consciousness is heaven and hell. There are good, bad, helpful, unhelpful. Everything's pretty helpful. Um, that's a longer video. We're 40 minutes now. Nice. So, if in your sleep you're unconsciously touching the conscious, what do you do in your death? I believe you'll do the same thing, but way more expansive, way more explosive, way more hard. I mean, you're not going to wake up. You're going to stay in this energy until you're actually able to wake up. By wake up, I mean not wake up because it's not a dream. That's the actual energetic realm that you invested yourself back into by way of the energies you've collected here in this time, uh, in your time on this planet, and whatever, however you say it. I think you understand. While it's getting windy, those currencies, those tendencies, those habits. If you were happy more than sad, if you were sad more than happy, if you were stressed more than, you know, if you were in a state of unease or dis-ease, you can read that Bible all you want. If you're suffering, there's no Jesus that can save you. It is your faith. It is your belief. It is not Jesus. He would have told you that if he was able to do that around the Bible. And if you look into it, there was a lady. I have a problem remembering this lady's name. She touched Jesus's robe, and he must have said something. By faith alone, you're healed. It wasn't him that healed her. That pretty much proves it. Um, she just touched his robe, and that's not how divine he was. She believed with her heart that this person had such currency, such testimony, that she healed, and she was. Call me um, whatever I don't know. But that's what I see. That's what I believe. And it's just real truth for me. I don't believe he was magical. I believe the man studied magic, if you will, energy. I believe he knew secrets that were passed down to secret societies, if you will, because he had such intelligence. In my beliefs, like I've been saying, when you die, it is the currency you've kept investing into here. If it's money you're interested in here, you're going to chase that shit with your soul when you die. And you could chase it on earth. That'll be easy. But in your dreams, it could just keep slipping away. And that's kind of where we're at here, okay? If you cannot master the manifestation, okay, so if you money should not be important enough to hold you back from that's not good. That's bad. And as a matter of fact, I might stop the recording because one, I'm freaking starving. I am so hungry. And like I said, no gallbladder thing kicks up the hunger a lot. So I really can't tell you a time. I really can't tell you a time in the afternoon, but I'm sure I'll go live But tonight, I will be on, I don't know, I usually try to do it before the sun goes down. So between 6 and 7, I'll be out walking and talking. So come walk and talk with me. My name is Jason. I'm supposed to be a healer. Can't heal without you, and I don't do the healing. I show you how I did mine, and then you use the tools that I provide you now for free. Doesn't matter how much I can and do and will charge. Matters I'm giving it away for free. So come get some. Um, it's Sunday. It's the Lord's. It's Sunday. See the sun? Hope you have an awesome day. Talk to you later.